grassy yard beyond, still damp with dew. In the corner of the yard, I reached for the tire swing. Holding it steady, I helped Edna climb into the bottom. Then, grabbing the rope, I scrambled on top and started swinging as fast as I could. Suddenly, I was high up, touching branches, peering through leaves. Edna couldn't make the swing go the way I could when I was 5, but that's just how she was. I held the rope tight and pushed with my feet, and pretty soon we were both flying. She was scared and gripped the edges, but I was good at this, and she trusted me. When I jumped off, I tipped the tire so she could climb out. Unlatching the gate, we dashed into the big daisy-filled meadow to see Toots, the brown and white cow. We loved Toots, especially because we had learned how to milk her. One at a time, we'd sit on a stool as Floyd, the farmer, put our hands on the warm, wrinkly udders and told us to squeeze and pull down until some drops of milk fell into the pail. When a fly buzzed around, Toots stomped her foot, and a wrinkle spread across her whole stomach. As we wandered through the tall meadow in our new matching shorts and halter tops, we pushed the grass aside to clear a path. Sometimes we stopped to pull up long stems to suck and chew on. We didn't have to talk because we knew what we were searching for. We kept at it, using both our hands and our feet to push the grass to one side so we could see the earth. Every so often we came upon a rock to stand on, which gave us a better view of the field.
"I think I found a good one,"
I called out.
"Come over here, we can both fit on it." "I'm coming,"
Edna answered. With her arms helter-skelter and toes splayed, she ran toward me. First, I tapped it gently with my big toe. The top was dry and crusty and warm from the sun. Very promising. Next, I placed my whole foot on the sun-baked surface, still just skimming it, toes curling and uncurling, feeling the warmth and dry scratchiness.
"Should I step in it?"
I asked her.
"Yes,"
Edna urged gleefully.
"You won't tell this time?" "I won't,"
she promised, and I knew she wouldn't. First one foot and then the other, pressing hard. And there it was, cracking, like cool brown chocolate pudding oozing between my toes.
"Come on, you too,"
I said.
"Step in it."
I held her hand, and then we were both in it, mushing the soft, squishy, glorious, goopy stuff between our toes. Just the two of us, together, in Toots' cow pie. Maybe because we kept running through the grass afterwards, my mother never even noticed. Our secret always. That was the summer of 1950, before I started first grade and Edna started kindergarten. That was the summer before everything changed forever. Chapter 2. I stood in front of the librarian's large wooden desk in the children's section, having already pushed last week's stack of books through the return slot. In first grade, I could already read chapter books.
"Do you have any books about handicapped children?"
I asked in my most serious grown-up voice. Edna and I were in our room playing when I overheard my mother refer to her that way. Handicapped. Our mother was on the phone with her friend Rosie. By then, I was aware that Edna was having some kind of trouble in school, but I didn't know any details, and my parents didn't offer any. Even now, I don't know if they kept their worries to themselves to try to protect me, or whether they were simply too overwhelmed with the grim information that was trickling into their lives to consider how it might affect me. In any case, I never thought of asking them to help me understand what was happening. It seemed up to me to figure this out. The gray-haired lady with glasses on a chain around her neck and a pencil behind her ear looked up and stared at me.
"Let me see what I can find. We don't get too many requests like that,"
she said, putting her glasses on. She walked over to the wooden card catalog at the other end of the room and bent down over a low drawer. I followed her but stood back, watching her flip through index cards. Finally, she took the pencil out from behind her ear, wrote something down on a pad of paper, and walked over to a shelf under a window. I watched as she ran a long finger